Hello everybody, my name is Gerone Wright. Once again, you're joining me on my Geronification channel. As you are aware, through my paranormal experience and encounter, I'm able to be directed to objects which I find to be either paranormal or have that of paranormal significance. Okay, this is an image of the moon's surface. I'm going to cut right through the chase and tell you that I was directed to this image because I made another amazing discovery on the moon's surface that led me to this one. Okay, this here image, all you have to Google is metal object found on the moon. Okay, metal object found on the moon, and this object has been dismissed as a polished area of rock by the moon's wind on the surface. When I saw this object, the first thing that came to mind is it was a metal object. There's a blow up of it right there. And you know what it reminds me of? The tail of the Excalibur stuck in the rock. That's what that reminds me of, and that being the handle of a sword. I think they actually said that it actually looks like a car door handle and a couple other objects. You know what that object is? I'm going to tell you what it is in 1 minute after I get my phone taken care of here. People, it's a marker. It's marking this location. It is a marker set there by, I guess you would say, alien life form. This is a marker, people. To mark this location. What is it marking? It's right there in front of your face. People, this right here is a body. Of that of a fish creature. My position that is turned back in on itself, turned back over, comes around here, and its tail fins are back over here. And before you start laughing, wait till you see what I show you next. This creature right here is a Martian fish turned back in on itself right there. Check this out. There go 3 of them. This is the first one here. There's his eye. I'm just going to put the eye in right there. Okay, this is a fish, people. I'm going to tell you how a fish ended up in rock form. This is the eruption of Mount Vesuvius, and these are the victims of Pompeii. The same way that they have gotten like this, immortalized in stone like that. It's my position that that's how that fish got like that. There's his body and there's his tail. I'm going to show you another one too that's more convincing. Next, this here shows us the trunk vertebrae of a fish. Right here. Each section represents that vertebrae of the fish. Here, people, are trunk vertebrae right there of a fish. It's my position that the fin of that fish is out here, and these sections, these broken sections in here, represents the vertebrae, the trunk vertebrae of yet another fish right there. Each one of these sections represents the bone, the trunk vertebrae of another fish, a Martian fish, right there in the rock, immortalized in the rock. Here's the fin right here, preserved in rock, like the Mount Vesuvius victims there in Pompeii. Now, it gets better, people. I'm going to draw this one out. Remember when I told you that this fish here on the Martian surface is turned back in on itself? Here, the same exact creature right there. Look at this. Here's that creature's tail. Here's the fins on its back. Here's his torso. Here's his side fins right here. There's his mouth with teeth in it. There's his undermouth, and there's the top of the mouth. People, you can even see an impression of an eye right there. This fish body is turned back in. The tail is curled back around right here where its would-be fins would be right there. People, look, I'm going to bring this in closer to show you. Right there in your face, Google this image on the Martian surface. Look at that. There is a fish there. I have it drawn out somewhat. I'm going to see if I can draw it out a little bit better for you. It has the impressions of the lips and all, people. I'm going to show you something about this that is truly remarkable. If when you Google this image, you can't really see it. Okay, you can see it. You can see the high definition. Hold on, let me see if I can bring this in real close for you. Yeah, there you go. There you go. In the back of the fish, right here, you can see the impression of almost like of a little, I don't know what you would call this in a fish, but people, the defining features are absolutely phenomenal. Here's a fin, here's a tail coming around here. And then even in the side, around the mouth area, you can see the puffiness around the lips of this creature. Right there, the puffiness, there and there. And the eyebrow area, accented perfectly, almost seemingly a well-preserved eye right there. Can you see that? Google this image. You can possibly even see the teeth in the mouth as I have. Look at the mouth of that creature right there on the Martian surface. It's my position that that creature is a smaller version of these creatures right here. This creature is turned back in on itself, just as this creature is, and then it's showing you the vertebrae of a fish. There's the tail fin, the trunk vertebrae, and I guess the other fish would be over here on the Martian surface. This shiny object, which has been dismissed by NASA as a wind blow that caused the rock to become a shiny object on the rock, is my position that this is a marker. Reminds me of the Excalibur stuck in rock. And that myth. Look at this, people. Another discovery by Gerone Wright. Through my paranormal experience and encounter, you have one fish, two fish, three fish, and there's even another eel-like creature that is right here, that is also turned back sideways and on itself right there. It's my position that on this moon's surface, in this same area, that the representation of all of these little objects back here that looks like rocks are actually that of preserved bone material covered over with some form of either volcanic or rock mineral. And these items are preserved in a way that the victims of these victims of the Mount Vesuvius eruption in Pompeii are right here. It's my position that what you see here, this preservation, would rock over living beings, is the same preservation that is shown here on the Martian surface. It's my position that this is a fish. This is a fish's vertebrae with its tail fin. There's another little eel-like fish here. But people, the one that stands out the most with the defining features of our ancient fish is right there. Look at the mouth area. You will see the defining. I'm going to see if I can put this. Let me see if I can draw this out for you. Not upside down. People, you will see everything about. Let me see if I can. You will see everything about that when I tell you that it is absolutely phenomenal. I'm not even going to try to draw it out. Google the image. Google metal found on Mars, and this object, this image will come up. Go to this fish. Let me see if I can put the mouth. Let me put the mouth there. Let me outline this fish for you. Where's my smaller marker? I'm going to draw this fish for you in this video because this is absolutely phenomenal. All of the defining features of this creature are there. I'm gonna accent it around. I hate doing this upside down because it doesn't. All of the accenting features of this creature are there, preserved in rock. I don't think that I'm doing this actually right upside down. You will see, now that I'm highlighting this for you, there will be absolutely nothing there that would tell you that this is not a fish. When you Google this image and find this, you would look at this and say, my God, I can't believe it. A fish on Mars, or fishes on Mars, preserved in rock. This guy is a fish. You will see the teeth in the mouth. You will see every defining feature and some, well preserved. Even the fins on the side of the body, stuck to the body, glued to the body and by the rock that it is encased in. Even a bulge in the belly, in the torso, right here. There's a bulge right there. Like you would see like on tadpoles. There's a bulge in the belly area. People, Google this image and look at this and agree with me that these are fish. These objects are fish. This is the trunk vertebrae of a fish. This is its fin. Here's the trunk vertebrae, the sections of the trunk vertebrae. These broken down sections right here. In fact, look right, if you look, I didn't put my marker on there. If you look in there, people, you will see the defining features of these guys right here. Identical. Identical. The symmetry in the rocks here create the identical impressions made in the trunk vertebrae of that of a fish. Each one of these. Right here. It's my position that this body belongs to another fish that goes out of the picture But this guy body twists around, and this is his tail fin over here. Twist around in a way that this guy's tail is back in on his body and right there. It's my position, people, that these are actual fish on the Martian surface, encased in a stone matter, like the victims of Mount Vesuvius. I'm going to make another video and show you how I actually came to find this, because I found something else that is on the Martian surface that should not be there. This here, though, people, is enough to convince everyone that there is something going on that is far more beyond the realms of being normal as we actually know them. I don't believe that this was placed here through a natural sequence of events with Martian history. That's a whole nother, I just don't feel it through my paranormal experience and encounter. I don't feel that this is a natural occurrence that has happened on Mars. It's my position that this was placed here. I don't believe that it was actually there. Alright? This is a marker to mark this location that this was placed here or discovered here. This is a marker that shows that this was here. I'd like to see where this goes. I want to hear your opinions on this. You would not be able to accept the idea that this is a fish. Perhaps maybe that these were vertebrates. But the one that stands out the most that you cannot deny me on is that this is a fish. My name is Gerone Wright. You're watching my Geronification channel. I appreciate your viewing.